Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Young and the Restless exposes Kane Ashby and Phyllis Summers getting very close, getting intimate, and they don't appear to be slowing down. If anything, they're picking up speed. But does Kane have an agenda that he's working when it comes to Phyllis? We're going to talk about how Kane may be tricking Phyllis and setting her up for one heck of a blindside that she kind of deserves. Right now, Kane and Phyllis are getting hot and heavy, and they really seem to be hitting it off. They're getting very close. Kane and Phyllis spending a lot of time together hanging out, and they've been hitting the sheets. As of now, Phyllis seems really happy and really into Kane. I mean, she even played nice at Danny Romolodi and Christine Cricket, Blair's wedding, and gave a classy toast instead of sabotaging the bride, which is what we would expect. So things seem to be going really well. But there are some red flags that suggest Kane may be playing Phyllis and distracting her with hot sex and attention, and Damien isn't really into her. Instead, he may be setting up Phyllis to take a big fall in revenge for her stealing his AI and giving it to Victor Newman, who is now using it against Kane and Arabesque. The first red flag is Kane told Lily Winters the other day that he's working an angle against Phyllis. You may recall Lily walked into society and she saw Kane and Phyllis's first kiss, and Lily was annoyed and said she didn't even want to know what she just saw. So Kane insisted to Lily that he was working an angle, and at first, I wasn't sure if he really meant it, but now I'm starting to think that Damien told Lily the truth. It could be that Kane is working Phyllis to get her trust and get her to let down her guard, and then he can strike. The second red flag is right after Kane slept with Phyllis for the first time. I mean minutes after, while she went to shower. Kane was trying to get into Phyllis's computer. It went straight from sex to hacking. Kane said since Phyllis messed with his system, then he was going to mess with hers. But Phyllis called out to him to come get in the shower with her. And then later she confronted Kane for trying to figure out the password for her computer. And Phyllis even then told Damien her password, but said she was going to change it before he'd ever had the chance to use it. So, she was taunting him on Young and the Restless. The third red flag is Kane knows Phyllis stole his AI. He actually knew right away. Even though Kane told Phyllis he suspected it could have been Victor. And I'm sure Kane wants payback. I mean, how could he not? He has figured out that Phyllis stole it and took it to Victor. So, Phyllis did a treacherous thing by stealing Kane's AI and giving it to Victor as part of a dirty deal. And the original plan was that he would use it for something else. But instead, the mustache Kane's company, Arabesque, that was never part of his deal with Phyllis. And that is something that Kane wanted to give to his and Lily's kids one day. And I just can't see Kane letting Phyllis get away with stealing his AI. It's bizarre that Kane is romancing Phyllis like it's no big deal and everything is fine. That's another reason to be suspicious. I suspect Kane is working an agenda to undo what Phyllis did and make her pay for stealing his AI and all this mess that she has created because she just wants payback on a lot of people. She's just not a happy person. So, that brings us to the fourth red flag, that Phyllis is lying right to Kane's face, so he has no reason not to return the favor. Phyllis been lying constantly about not stealing the AI. And we know she did. Kane knows she did. So he is lying right to her face and letting Phyllis think that he is genuinely into her and wants to be with her. But I think Damien is planning and plotting to get the AI back so he and Lily can bond over destroying it because Kane's really hoping doing that will win brownie points with Lily and she'll take him back. And I expect he would drop Phyllis like a hot potato if Lily crooked her finger at him. Now, I'm sure that Damien is physically attracted to Phyllis, but I think his need for revenge on her for stealing his AI and it getting turned around on him is bigger. Plus, Kane's desire to get Lily back is stronger than any attraction I think Kane may be feeling for Phyllis. So, I'm pretty sure that any potential that Kane and Phyllis might have had was tainted when she stole and lied to Kane and took his AI to Victor, and he turned it around on Kane. The fifth and final reason that I actually think he's tricking Phyllis is that when Lily has been rejecting him, Kane's been taking it hard, and he continues to go back to her because Lily is Kane's person. We all know that they've been in love since she was very young. The old Kane played by Daniel Goddard was much older than Lily, But then they kind of changed that around when they recast with a younger actor who is close to the same age as Crystal Callel. Bottom line is that Kane has loved Lily for years, but Kane needs to use Phyllis to sort out the AI stuff and destroy, so he can prove himself to Lily. I don't think Kane ever going to stop fighting for Lily and for a relationship with their kids. So this likely plays out with Kane stringing Phyllis along while Crystal Callel is out on maternity leave, which means they're going to say that Lily left town to be with their kids or something like that. Of course, there is a risk that Kane might get into his feels for Phyllis, maybe a little, but I don't think it's going to be bigger than his feelings that he has for Lily. So I think Kane still wants to make Phyllis pay for stealing the AI, and he needs it back so he can destroy it and prove himself to Lily. So I think after Kane fixes everything, he'll yank the rug out from under Phyllis like she did when she stole his AI. But first, Kane has to save Arabesque and shut down Victor. And Kane can't do that if he's also fighting with Phyllis. Kane can't afford to have Phyllis hating him right now. Fighting both of them is just too much. I mean, Phyllis stole the AI when she and Kane were supposedly friends. Can you imagine what Phyllis would do to Kane if they were enemies? We know how ruthless and unhinged Phyllis is when she feels betrayed, and she's out for vengeance. So, I suspect Kane is biding his time until he can deal with the AI threat to his company. By the time that happens, Lily may be back after Crystal Callel's maternity leave is over. So then, if all goes as planned, Kane can tell Lily he destroyed the AI, or he can let her destroy it with him. And then Kane may dump Phyllis in a brutal way to punish her for stealing from him. And Kane may think he can do all that and get his happily ever after with Lily. But I wouldn't bet on it because Phyllis as a woman scorned is absolutely terrifying. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.